Hello, welcome to the Afrocentric Woman. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm not going to hold y'all long on the line, but I came on here to talk about emotional investment and emotional labor and when it makes sense to put in that kind of work and effort. Um, what I'm observing is that women are emotionally investing way too early before it makes sense and before they have anything, before he has invested his money, you're investing your emotional energy. Um, and I think that women fool themselves into thinking that you're, quote, getting to know each other by doing all this emotional labor when that's not really, I mean, that's not really what's happening. You're doing a few things. First of all, you're expending a lot of energy without any investment on his end. You are endearing yourself to him. Um, and you don't even know this person. You don't know their character. You don't know if they're going to be consistent or available to you, or if they're even in a position to invest any resources into you, or what their intentions are. You have no idea. Um, you're also projecting your own value system onto him as though he shares the same value system as you, but he don't. You're also giving him ammunition to manipulate you by telling all your deepest, darkest secrets. You are, you know, telling him the blueprint to manipulate you by quote unquote getting to know him and investing all this emotional labor. Oh, thank you so much for the super chat, Selfish Love. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the B-Day love. I really appreciate it, girl. We celebrating all Taurus season long. All Taurus season long. We're celebrating. So thank you so much. Um, I want to give you a little example of somebody that sent me a message, and I'm gonna tell you how I shut this type of stuff down really, really fast. So, um, on one of these apps, I connected with the guy, and um, he sends me this list. Oh, I'm glad we're connected. Let's trade secrets. Like, what's your favorite city in the world, in the US? What's your favorite movie? What's the last book you read? Do you like red wine or white? Just send me like a list of questions. I don't know him from a can of paint. I mean, I don't know. I don't even know if this is a human. I don't know if this is AI. I don't know if this is a bot. I don't know if this is a Russian somewhere sitting in a basement. I have no idea who this person is. None. So my response is, "Are you available to talk this evening?" To surprise, he's like, "Actually, I'm not. I'm out eating late dinner, watching the game with a group from the office celebrating a birthday." Okay, so you want to sit up here and you want me to write you my biography of my life, but you are too busy to even answer the phone, right? You're too busy to answer the phone, but you want me to send you a biography of my life. Like, I'm not finished to do that. I'm not even about to type all that. I'm not even about to do that because you know why? I'm telling you a phone conversation, a brief one, ladies, a brief one. A brief conversation will give you some more additional information to let you know, does it even make sense for me to carry on with him? What if you what if you get on the phone with him and he's really sleazy? What if you get on the phone with him and he doesn't speak good English? You know, what if you get on the phone with him and he is, a dunce or something? So you can literally save yourself so much time and investment by simply cutting to the chase and you need to assess the quality of this person before uh you let them into your life. I think one of the big misconceptions about dating is that people are entitled to your time and they're entitled to your life story. They're entitled to access to you. Um, they're entitled to just blow up your phone and get your attention anytime they choose. They're entitled to probe you. Like, they're not. Like, all of those are access points that are earned with um, effort, investment, and building rapport and demonstrating character over time. Now, if you follow this line, if you follow this particular way of being, you will really save yourself a lot of heartache. You also save your time, and you will have more time to do other things and invest into yourself and stuff like that. And spend time on relationships that are you already have that are thriving by not allowing, like, somebody just randomly off the street messaging you from some app, or that you met last week somewhere. I mean, you really have to just kind of qualify them. Like, what do you really owe at that point? I mean, you really owe very little, like hardly anything. And I think what a lot of these guys do is put women in sort of a rat race of like proving themselves and providing all of this information, reading off your resume, reading off your biography, telling them your traumas. I've literally seen that in other little pick me groups. Y'all, I be in the pick me groups and I'm in there for research purposes only. Okay. Because I need to know what y'all need help with. So I be in the pick me groups like a fly on the wall, observing what these ladies be talking about. And I have seen many a lady talking about, I shared my trauma with him. He knows my trauma. He knows my background. And I'm just thinking to myself, you don't even know this guy. And you're sitting up here divulging your traumas. Why, girl? Stop that. And I think the big misconception is that, I'm going to tell this person, really intimate details about myself, and that's going to draw them into me. But that's how women work. That's how we work. We are drawn into each other the more we know about each other. That's how we work when we communicate with one another, woman to woman, in general. That's how we bond. And if a woman has told you, oh, I was abandoned by my father, I was abused in this relationship, I got taken advantage of, uh, you know, da 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 da, and she just goes on, 9 times out of 10, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, you're going to offer some support to her. You're going to, you know, be a sister, a friend, and try to relate with her, have empathy for her, and, give her some advice, or just a shoulder to lean on, or just hold space for her. That's how women act with women. But with most males, they're just kind of taking this information to use against you later. And they're also tallying up in their mind, what all can I get away with this girl? What all can I get away with? Oh, well, if she was with a man and he cheated on her for 3 years, and I'm in between jobs right now, or I'm in school working on my degree, or I'm, working on getting a promotion so I can get enough money, or I'm building my business right now. I don't make as much money that I want to make right now, but I will in 2 years. Well, if this guy cheated on her for 3 years and she stuck around, I only need her for two. So I'm going to cheat on her for these next 2 years while I build myself up, and then I'll just go get the woman I really want. Because you're giving him the blueprint. You're letting him know exactly what you'll tolerate. And it's the exact opposite of what you would think. You would think, oh, well, I'm never going to do these things again. I'm never going to allow X, Y, and Z man to do this to me or that to me. And so I'm telling him what I ain't going to do. But yeah, they don't really take it in like that. They really don't. They don't see it like that. They see it as, if you did it once, you'll do it again. You're you're capable to do it again. So they're tallying up exactly how much you'll endure. And so that's what happens when you are disclosing all this information. and you're expecting empathy from unempathetic people. Unfortunately, I mean, I don't know if it's sexist or I don't know exactly what my viewpoint is, but I believe men are very self-serving entities, extremely. And most of them are trash. But um, some of them are okay if you are able to figure out which ones are. And sometimes they're trash, but they want you so bad that they act good enough just for you. And I know that sounds like they do that. Have I know you've seen it. I know you've seen a guy act a damn fool his whole life until, he decides he wants to stop doing that and like acts decent towards one woman, like halfway decent. So, can you imagine how much collateral damage they rack up in their life while they're doing all this damage? And so, what I'm saying is, don't be the collateral damage. When he's finding himself and building himself out and being a male whore and all of that, don't be a part of the carnage. That's what I'm saying. Hold out and be that woman that he's halfway decent for. That's what I'm saying. Be the woman that he's decent to. Make him be on his best behavior. Make him give you the best he has to offer. And you do that through all the various tactics I've discussed on this channel. So go back and check the archive. I don't have enough time to get into that tonight. But follow all those tactics and make him give you the best. And protect yourself by not emotionally involving yourself too soon, because that's when women start to make bad decisions. Um, you start to have a clouded mind. You're not moving off of business. You're not moving off of strategy. You're not moving off of your own self interest, the best thing for you, because you're so emotionally invested. And I mean, what I'm seeing a lot is that women are sitting up here talking to guys on and on and on and on for like 2 and 3 weeks before they even have one date. And I've even heard ladies say stuff like, well, now I'm comfortable enough with him to go out on a date with him. I think I know him well enough to go on a date with him. And it's like, baby girl, listen, have a seat, young lady. Have a seat. Pull up a chair. You chit chatting with this guy for 2 weeks is not going to give you enough information to know if he is going to be a good date. Unfortunately, it's not. And in fact, I would argue that if he talks to you for 2 weeks straight without initiating a date, that in and of itself is a bad sign, because you're probably in the queue, right? You're in the queue for like when the other woman cycles out, or he's already in a relationship and he's bored and he's talking with you, and you'll just talk with him and give him all the attention that he needs. He'll good morning, beautiful you to death. And you're just so flattered. Send me a pic, and you just send it. You just send them, and you're sending all these updates. Oh, now I'm here. Oh, now I'm there. Oh, I just had a breakfast sandwich. Oh, now I'm about to go pick up my coffee. Oh, tomorrow I'm getting my nails done. All right, I'm going to sleep. Good night. Good morning, beautiful. Good morning, handsome. And you carry on with this stuff for like ever. Forever, ever. And then these same women, some of these same women be like, I don't know why he won't ask me on a date. I don't get asked out on dates. It's like, girl, I mean, he knew that you went to the gynecologist last week. Like, I mean, he knows your most intimate of details. Why is he going to invite you on a date? What would he be learning different? Because I'll tell you what some of them do. Some of them build a fake rapport with you, and they want to tally up when they're trying to get something out of you, like intimacy, for example. They're going to tally up every second. Okay, they're going to count it all. Oh, well, we've been talking for a month and a half. We've been talking a month and a half. Like, you want to come cuddle? You best believe he gonna be trying to count every second of it. Even though 5 weeks of the 6 weeks was on the phone. Okay. So your first date is 9 times out of 10, he gonna be inviting you to his house. Oh, well, let's sit on my patio and have a glass of wine. Or let's come Netflix and chill. We've been knowing each other all this time. I know everything about you. I know about your daddy. I know about your mama. I know about your cousins and them. We so cool. We're such good friends. We know each other so well. And you have no idea how this guy is in person. You don't know if he has money. You don't know. You don't know a lot. You don't know how he would treat you. You don't see whether his eyes light up or not, whether he opens up his wallet or not. You're not able to tell any of that stuff texting, like the fire fingers on these texts. Okay. You're just not going to be able to gather enough quality information. And for all of the reasons that I've stated, it is not wise to emotionally invest too early. It's just not wise. And these males can feel as entitled as they want to be about your time. Um, it takes a lot. You really need to decide, um, what does it take to really it be inserted in your life in any meaningful way? What is the quality of person that can be established in your life in some kind of a way? You know what I mean? Because it can't just be any Tom, Dick, and Harry off the street. Hello, my name is John. Therefore, you're going to send me pictures. Therefore, I'm going to text you anytime I want. Therefore, you're going to tell me your life story. Therefore, I'm going to monopolize your day. Therefore, all of these things. Because, another thing that happens is that women get addicted to communication. And I mean, there's a science behind it. And manipulative people know this too. They try to monopolize all of your time. They try to monopolize all of your time, love bombing and all of that. Because there's certain, once women get into that, oh, I care about you, I love you, zone, the emotional zone, your reasoning skills go down drastically once that bonding is taking place. But a lot of times you're bonding with a fantasy. You're bonding with a ghost. You don't even know the substance of this person. There are certain chemicals that are released, you know, one of which is dopamine, oxytocin, and all of that. And you can develop an addiction of sorts. That's why it hurts, when you go through these breakups and stuff like that, because there's just such a cocktail of hormones and things like that are released when you start doing all this emotional work. I mean, because do men need a lot of emotional support usually, and they need validation. We validate them. We tell them we are the proof that they are important. We are the external, and they're very external, creatures, but we are the embodiment of their success. That's why they like, quote, arm candy or the trophy or whatever. We're a demonstration of that. And we do validate them, and their ego is big, but without us co-signing, oh yes, you are important. Oh yes, you are the man. Oh yes, you are the boss, or you are, successful. You are, the Don. You are, we provide that. I mean, we're the whole reason why they're doing any of the things that they're doing. And so, because they desperately want this validation and they desperately need this ego stroking, it's not free, is what I'm saying. It's not free. Somebody can't just roll off the bus stop or fall from the sky and just demand these things of you. Because keep in mind, they need these things. I think that's the thing that women have to put into perspective, your value. You have to understand how valuable you are so that you can move around accordingly. How desperately they want your attention. I mean, they want your attention so bad that if they can't get it positively, they attempt to get it negatively. They don't care how they get it. They just want your attention. They crave your attention. That's why they run around when you ignore them and they just say some of the most outlandish things. Seriously outlandish and very, you would think it would be embarrassing, but of course they have no shame. But yeah, they say a lot of these outlandish, crazy things to make you react because they just want some attention. They desperately crave attention. Desperately. And so be judicious and prudent with where you choose to put your attention. Make him earn it. You know, I just text Real Estate Bay, I think earlier today or maybe yesterday, I don't know. But I was like, hey, thinking about you. I mean, we have a rapport, most certainly. And I needed him to come through with a couple things recently, and he came through, and that made me respect him a lot more. It made me respect him a lot more, and he most certainly has earned the communication level that he has. He's earned it. He's earned it. And so that's what I'm encouraging you to make these guys earn your uh, attention. Make them earn it. Allow him to show you who he is another thing I'm saying. So, you know, you don't have to say you're a gentleman. Show me that you're a gentleman. You don't have to tell me you're successful. Show me that you are successful. Show me. Because if you're as successful as you say you are, then you should be able to show me out for a good time. You should be able to maneuver different environments, and you should be able to do so with ease. Well, I'm looking for a serious relationship. Oh, interesting. That sounds wonderful. Show me that you are interested in a serious relationship and show me that I'm the person that you want to be in a serious relationship with. If you don't know, that's fine. I'm in no rush. I can take my time and we can see. But, you know, take everything. I wouldn't take anything. I don't take anything that they say seriously at all. Focus your attention on the actions. Allow them to show you these things and be observing. Because a lot of times they'll ask you, what are you looking for in a man? And you just kind of list off all these things. I want a man who loves God. I want a God fearing man. I want somebody with a good relationship with his mother. I want someone who's handy. I want whatever, blah, blah, blah. You know what he's going to do? He may not have been to church in like 5 years. But since you want a man who with a relationship with God, he's just gonna like randomly go to church and send you a picture. I was at church yesterday, praising God. And then I'm going to my mama house to have dinner and I'm gonna help her out because I love my mother. And I'm gonna fix her car because her car has something going on with. I'm gonna fix the car. And da 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 da. Whatever you said is what he gonna do. Okay. He gonna do whatever it is that you said. Keep it. He might not even be on speaking terms with his mama. May not even be on speaking speaking terms with his mama. But he will lie because one thing men are really good at is getting what they want from women. Okay, getting what they want from women. They're good at that. Most of them are good at that. But most women suck at getting what they want from men. They suck at it. This is a new dawn, a new era. Okay? The era of Shira. This is a new dawn, okay? Your average Jane, oh, your average Jane is learning and knowing how to get what you want from it and out of life. We have proof of it. I've seen Dusty's complaining about um, full figured women having standards, and they had never experienced that like before. They would just take, fuller figured women for granted, like, oh, well, I can just use this woman. I could, pump and dump her. I could sleep with her. I can sleep on her couch. I could eat up her kids' fruit snacks. I could do all of these things. And she's just going to be so grateful that I'm paying attention to her and I don't have to do anything. And, but yeah, no more. I mean, skinny, big, tall, short, okay, natural, wig, no wig, light, dark, okay, East Coast, West Coast, down south, Midwest, Canadian, okay, don't matter. You still gonna have to deal with the standards. Okay, women are having standards now, okay, of all sizes, shades, and configurations. So the pool of desperate pick-me's is still overwhelming, yet dwindling. It is dwindling. I just see so many well-intentioned women still kind of messing up, though, honestly. One thing I've seen well-intentioned women mess up on, um, listing out their standards on the dating profile. Like, girl, simmer down. Oh, your standards are for inside your head, okay? They are for you to know, and they are for you to communicate, not overtly, but you know what I mean? So let's say you have a standard for, gosh, let me see if I could think. Let's say you have a standard to fly business class, okay? And that's just, if you're not flying business class, you ain't going, okay? Let's just say that's your standard, that's your requirement. And he invites you to go on a trip. He's like, hey, I really like to go on vacation. What do you think about going to, I don't know, let's say the Bahamas. Well, you want to go to the Bahamas with me? And you say, yeah, sure. Um, well, how do you want to handle the ticket? You want to get the ticket? You want me to get the ticket? Would you mind, transferring the money to me and I get my ticket? Because it would be easiest for me to do it that way. Oh, well, no, I want to get the ticket. Well, in order for me, I feel most comfortable doing it, and I'm only able to go if I can get my own ticket. So can you transfer me the money? That's also could be a requirement. But let's say he trades, so price out your ticket. Okay, well, the business class is going to be X amount of dollars. That's how much I need. Oh, well, I was going to, do, coach. Oh, well, thank you for the invitation, but, maybe next time. Maybe next time, when we're able to go where I can be comfortable, where I can fly comfortably, I would love to attend next time, maybe. Or in the future, if ever you're able to get the business class, I'd be happy to join you. There you go. There you go. Boom. You just communicated your standard um clearly, swiftly, femininely, and it's not shoving it down anybody's throat, what they got to do, what they ain't got to do. You allowed him to do what it is that he wants to do and offer up what it is that he wants to offer up, and you communicate your standard. Sometimes when a guy is really eager to please you, he's just going to ask you what it is that you want so he can just do it. He don't even want to get it wrong. Okay, that's how you really know you hit the jackpot. When he don't even want to get it wrong, so he just going to ask you, what do you want so I can give it to you? Oh, well, I'm glad you asked. I'd like to fly business or first. No problem. Here you go. You see what I'm saying? So you don't need to be so aggressive and so overt with the standards. I'm glad you got them. Yippee for you. Yay. I'm clapping. Trust me, I'm rooting you on. But y'all need to learn some finesse. Dear Lord, y'all need to learn some finesse. Okay? Because if you really want to maneuver in these streets and get what it is that you want from these dudes, it's going to be a certain kind of way. Because I've been told y'all that the number of guys that want like an aggressive dominatrix is a very small fetish group of men, okay? They exist, but they're very few in number, okay? Most guys don't want that. So, to appeal to the masses, um, get some finesse, ladies. Get some finesse. Have your standards, but you don't need to bombard anybody with them. Because as I was saying before, when you list out the qualities of the man that you want, and then you just kind of give him the blueprint to manipulate you, it's the same thing with the standards. If you tell him all these standards, he might be like, well, I could do that for like 3 months. Sure, why not? Let me just do what it is, the exact thing that she wants for the next month or 2 or 3, so that I can get what I want from her. But I don't have no intentions on keeping this up at all. So he just go ahead and do your quote standards for a little bit of time, and then get what he wants, and then treats you how he was going to treat you anyway. Okay, so you gather more information by allowing him to show you, you know, what he thinks of you. I mean, because a lot of times guys will, want to take me out, and if it's a first date, they may want me to tell them where I want to go. I don't know. Lately, a lot of guys have been just suggesting things to me, but every now and then they'll want to know, like, well, where would you like to go? Or I just moved in town not long ago. I don't really know the restaurants too well. Where do you like to go? So they can take me. But a lot of times I just like to see what they suggest, because it tells me about them, where they normally go, where do they frequent, and how they feel about me. You know what I mean? So I love when they just kind of tell me, and I love when they pick really, really nice places off the bat. I love that. I love that because I'm like, great, we are at least speaking the same language right now. Um, so in closing, what I'm saying is temper your emotional investment, because I'm seeing a lot of ladies doing team too much. They're doing team too much. And I think that they're fooling themselves to thinking they're vetting them by like investing all this emotional energy and labor into somebody that you don't know and who hasn't earned your attention. But you're not vetting him. Okay, that is not vetting him. You're just blabbering about your deepest darkest secrets and giving him your life story. That is not vetting. Time served is not vetting, ladies. Okay, so time communicating is not vetting. I think I might have a couple videos on vetting, but I mean, I can do another one in the future, not today. But clearly, a lot of ladies need additional information on that. Um, what is vetting and how to do it. But simply talking with him, having these long conversations, texting back and forth is not vetting. Okay? All right. So try to get on the phone quickly as you can. And I usually block my number almost always, and I've learned the hard way to do that. I've learned, and some guys don't like it, and that's fine. Like, then I'm not the woman for you. But yes, I'm blocking my number because, sometimes if it doesn't work out, I mean, I've had them blow my phone up and stuff. So I block my number. I sure do. When I call, you want to let's exchange numbers. Well, you can give me your number. That's what I tell them. They'll give me their number and I'll call them with my number blocked. Period. Because I don't know if you deserve my number. I don't know if you're stable. I don't know if you're mentally sound. Like, I don't know that I should even give you my number. I mean, how do I know that? Because you're on an app asking me for my number. You think I'm just going to give it to you? I'm not going to give you my number. I don't know you like that. So I will call you through the app or I will call you with my number blocked. There you go. I need to know that this makes sense for me to share my number with you. I mean, you have to make everything a milestone with these guys. Like, make everything a milestone. He should be grateful when he finally gets your number. Like, oh, wow, finally got a number. Okay. It should be a milestone that he feels grateful that he finally got to that point through effort, that he invested his effort. Well, I took her out on a great date. I was a gentleman. I showed her a great time. I let her order everything on the menu. And she finally gave me her number. Yes. I'm so excited. I earned it. Well, he may not say that, but he'll feel that inside. He'll feel that he earned it. Anything that a man earns, he values and appreciates more than what's given to him freely. Okay? The things that he earns, he'll value more than the things he gets for free and easily. So make him earn everything, all of it. Your number, your time, your attention. And when you get to the level of pics on demand, okay? They're very visual. They love pics. They love pictures. They sure do. But again, who are you? Why should I send you my picture? Why can't you look at the pictures on my profile, which there are a variety of unfiltered pictures, full bodied and close up, da 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 da. Because why? They want something special. They want a picture just for them. They want you to take picture, that's just something that they can have that everybody on the app can't see. Well, understandable. Well, I guess you're probably not giving everybody on the app money, and I want to be the special person that gets that. There you go. That's what I value. Like, don't ever let them try to make you value what they value because we don't. We don't give a shit. I mean, honestly, ladies, do you give a shit if some guy sends you a selfie of him in a car on his way to work? Do you care? Be honest. Be honest. Do you care? 9 times out of 10, you don't give a shit. You don't care. You ain't got to see him on his way to work in a car. You know what he looks like. He want to see you, what you got on, what kind of makeup, are your lips glistening? You got some lip gloss on? What you do with your hair that day? You got a low cut shirt on? Can he see some cleavage? He the one want to see you. He the one that wants to see you. You don't give a shit about seeing him. So don't let him sit up and try to give you something that he values, which is the picture. Okay? He values the picture. You don't. You don't. You don't value a picture of him. He does. He values a picture of you, but he gonna try to give you a picture of him and be like, "Oh, well, send me a selfie." Yeah, no, I really don't send selfies. I'm sorry. There you go. Shut that shit down. Well, I usually send selfies to men who I'm dating for a while. There you go. That's something to strive towards. That's something he can strive towards. So when he finally do, I promise you, when he finally get that picture, I promise you, he's gonna be so grateful. He's gonna be so grateful when he finally gets to a place where he can just get a picture from you. He's gonna be so grateful. Because you made it a milestone. You made it something to work towards. Okay? Make everything a milestone. You know, don't just go into like care mode where you're tending to them emotionally because that's not your job. Like, it's just not your job. Your job is to look cute and have fun and to observe him and to receive whatever it is that he's trying to give you of value. You got your hand open, you got your eyes open. Your legs ain't though. Okay? Your legs ain't though. Your hand is open, your purse is open to receive, your eyes is open so you can see and observe. And that's really your only job. You're not there to impress. You're not there to tend to him emotionally. You're not there to spill all your emotional trauma over your whole life. Your job is not to, you know what I'm saying? Look cute and listen. Let him talk. Lean back, sit back, relax, allow him to entertain you and impress you and delight you. Okay, look cute, giggle, listen, communicate what it is that you want with finesse. With finesse. Okay. All right, ladies. What did I say I was gonna do a video on last time? I didn't forgot. I feel like I had said I was gonna do a video on something. The last one I did, but I don't remember. But yeah, when this guy sent me this list of questions, like trivia questions, I'm like, boy, bye. I'm not gonna send I'm not about to answer no damn bullet point questions. What I look like? What do I look like as answering some bullet point questions that you didn't send me like this is a damn application? Boy, bye, get off my line. I'm not finna to do that. I'm not finna to do that. No, sir. You ain't took me out on nary a date and you think I'm about to answer your trivia questions? No, I'm not gonna do that. Mm-mm. One of these other guys that I talked to briefly wanted to take me out for my birthday tomorrow, but I'm gonna see if a trip to Sephora can be in the date, then I'll go. But if not, I'm not going. I'm not going. I don't want to go. I don't want to entertain him for 2 hours. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to entertain him for 2 hours and I come home and I have nothing in my hands. I just don't want to do that. I have no desire to do that. So if we can go to Sephora before the date, then I'll go because I need some stuff. I need some things. Um, Girl, I swear, like the older I get, it's like the more my beauty, um, routine and makeup and all of that, it just gets more expensive. Okay. The more leveled up I get. So it's a lot to keep up and maintain. So, like I said, if he wants to take me to Sephora as part of the date, then I'll go. Otherwise, I'm not going. Yeah. So, anyway, ladies, that's what I wanted to share with you. Thank you so much for the birthday wishes. Thank y'all so much for coming through and for liking and sharing. Thank you so much, Selfish Love, for the super chat birthday love. I really appreciate you, sister. And I appreciate all you ladies. I hope that I've shared something that might help you or spark It's just some additional ideas about how you can maneuver out here. And I will be talking to y'all very soon. All right. Peace and love.